right, welcome everybody to another featured game of the week for the Forks Hockey League. We got a heck of a matchup here for you tonight. The number 2 Bonzers versus the number 3, NDAD Southgate Broods. We were going to cover a couple other teams, but Commish kind of overrode me on that decision and had to feature this game tonight, as he says it should be a heck of a matchup between the number 2 and number 3 teams here in the league. I am normally joined by Jory Berg, but tonight he, with some scheduling conflicts, was unable to make it. So I am joined by my beautiful wife, Casey Norby. How you doing tonight, Casey?
I am doing very well. Thank you, honey. I'm happy to be here. I could say something like anytime with you is great, but I am just happy to be away from my kids. We could maybe count this as a date. I don't know. When I heard Jory was gone and couldn't be here, I thought I would come and add a little spice to your show, add a little spice to your life, so to speak. I obviously, what I know of hockey is I have a few hockey players. I watch a lot of hockey. I spend a lot of time driving to hockey and from hockey, and I spend a lot of time, money, and everything revolves around hockey in my life. So I could share a thing or two about it. So here I am.
All right. Well, we're excited to have you. I'm Chris Norby, by the way. So I'll be your play-by-play. Casey will add in some color as we go along. But we should probably get into the previews here before the teams hit the ice. They'll do a short little warm-up, and then we'll get the game underway. Tonight's games. We'll start with the Broods. They're the 3rd overall team in the standings as of right now with a 5-1-1 record. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. They have 38 goals for, but only 19 goals against, so a very stingy defense, which does them well late in games. Danny Worden leads the team with 15 points. Danny is also a 9-time Icky Beard Award winner and is in the running for his 10th overall award in that category. Jake Leducer, nicknamed Gooey for his great hands, is 3rd in points and always finds time and space on this Broods team, so he'll be a key factor in the game this evening. Jordan Bancroft, 2nd in points, highly skilled playmaker, could possibly be the key to victory here this evening for the Broods. Another player we'll have to keep an eye on, Uncle Chuck Jacoby, versatile old forward and defenseman, finds his way on the stat sheet somehow each week. Also for Chuck, he hit the century mark last week in points, so reaching 100 points for his career. With a goal tonight, he would reach the 50-goal mark for his career. So we'll keep an eye on that, as Commissioner Jared Erickson let me know that there could be a 6 to 8 minute stoppage if he scores goal number 50 to celebrate Chuck and his achievements. Ryan Leducer, quite possibly the best D-man in the league, which has nothing to do with his partner, Dylan Simpson, will be the backbone tonight for the Broods. So those are the keys to the game and the key players, I should say, for the Broods here tonight. Now for the Bonzers. They come in tonight ranked 2nd overall. Record 6-1-0, currently on a 3-game winning streak. 47 goals for, but 35 goals against. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, as Broods can score, but they don't give up a lot. So a little different between the two teams here. They are led by Carson Scarperud. He is on an absolute tear for the Bonzers. He leads the team with 20 points. He has great hands and muscly arms, according to the commish. Tristan Marneau and Joel Cortan, ranked 2nd and 3rd on the team in points, are both rookies. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, as they are both at the top of the standings. I believe they're both in the top 5 for Rookie of the Year. Mason, the Rocket Reynolds, is definitely in the top 5 fastest skaters here in the Forks Hockey League. And Zach Shinzing is the only player that wears brown breezers, which according to the league bylaws is not accepted as a league color. we'll have to keep an eye out when he comes out on the ice if we can get a spot on him and his Brown Breezers. I believe I can see him right now. We'll zoom in on him in just a minute. For the Bonzers team, we will see a good mix of Central and Red River helmets out there for the Bonzers. That is no lie. They really did play for those teams. They did not pick those up at equipment sales. And Bet Tellman, he currently has 7 points. That matches his best point total here in the Forks Hockey League. He is one more point away, and he will tie his Squirt B record of 8. So that is the preview for both teams. A couple other things to note. Bonzers has only won 4 games in the last 6 years. Before this season, they already have 6 this season, and we're not even at the halfway point. Actually, we will be hitting that halfway point here this week, I believe, as we do not have a game next week as it is Christmas week. Bonzers has never beaten the Broods. They are 0-9 all time, and they also have never faced in the playoffs. The Broods, they're an older team. They do not panic. They wear other teams down defensively, and they fight to the end. So even if they're trailing by a few goals going into that third period, never count out the Broods. And Broods goalie Jake Sumner, one of the best goaltenders in the league, is out tonight. Mattress 1928 will be lending Drew Lenway to defend the net for the Broods. There was another goaltender lined up. Not sure what happened, but either way, Drew Lenway will be in the net for the Broods tonight and taking care of business back there for them. A special little shout out, and we do have to kind of keep this one on the down low as the commish had to slowly sneak out of his house tonight, as it is a special evening for Mrs. Commish. It is her birthday, so we do seriously want to wish Mandy Erickson a happy birthday.
I love that lady. She's one of my favorites. Happy birthday. I really hope you have a great day. Evening. I really do. I have a lot of questions. I missed actually what the first team was called.
They are the Broods.
Okay.
Their full name is the NDAD Southgate Broods.
That's a mouthful. So what do you actually call them?
We're going to go with the Broods.
Okay, Broods.
It'll be the Broods versus the Bonzers.
Okay, I got the Bonzers, and I didn't take any notes on that first team. So, but I do have a couple questions,
Sure.
and I don't know how much time we have or how long they do this warm-up thing for. But first of all, their outfits, they're not matching. They're in the same colors. But I love this yellow plaid. I truly do.
Yeah.
Their outfits, the socks, the tops, some people call them jerseys. I like outfits. Really good set, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Brown would go well with it if brown was the checkered option. I really do think that's maybe what the commish is thinking.
Yeah.
So if the checkers were brown on the plaid, I think it would be okay. But I also am wondering if maybe that brown breezer guy is like Shorzy. And you know how Shorzy's always pooping in the locker room?
Yep.
Maybe he wears the brown just in case. That's my theory, okay? Those are the notes I have so far on Bonzers. Bonzers.
Okay. I do not see him out there quite yet. Like you said, the jerseys not matching. Same thing. You'll probably see a couple of the Broods, although so far right now they look pretty good, all wearing white. Some of them do not have jersey numbers, so it will be difficult to call out who is who, and sometimes they may be wearing the wrong number. Or as we see down there in the blue breezers and helmet, he has numbers on, but it's white, so it's really hard to see.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We'll do our best to call him out.
No, I would like to say that I won't be calling them out. Yeah. I am wondering, though, personally, if when Chris mentions you have rookie. Is it like their rookie season? Does that mean their first year out on the ice? Is it their first year in the league? Obviously, this is not their first year that they started skating. But I'm looking at these. To me, they look like men, right? Are they I really need to establish if they're at least 18 years old. Okay, I need to know if I'm talking about at least 18-year-olds first of all. Rookie, I need to establish that. Okay, and I think if Bonzers win, I think that's going to be cool because from the record that Chris was talking about, from from my notes, and if I was paying attention, I think it's going to be cool. So what I was talking about, number one, rookies. Okay, in this league, is that determined by like their first year in this league,
Yeah.
or is that determined by like? I personally just want to. I'm going to be commenting on these gentlemen out here on this ice. Are they at least 18 years old?
I believe every one of them is, yes.
Okay, okay.
There has been some kids under 18 play, but not regularly.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that before I start spouting my mouth about whatever might come out of my mouth.
Yeah. No.
And then was I right? If Bonzers wins, that would kind of be cool.
Yeah, either team wins.
Because like
Good to go.
like their record would kind of suck. Like they would think it'd be cool to beat the Broods.
Oh, for the first time, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
First time in or 10 tries, I guess this
Yes.
would be the 10th try.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
See, I'm totally paying attention here.
Yep. And we almost had that happen not too long ago when Mattress 1928 took on the Broods. Finished in an overtime. We went 10 rounds and still got no winner, so ended up going down as a tie.
You know, I think I watched that one. And now I'm really confused and would like to give a special shout out to this guy wearing the zebra print and the breezers. He is the real MVP of this game no matter what happens.
Yeah, Kamish will find a ref anywhere he can find, but we get this game underway. One back by the Broods are going to feed this one through the middle. Here's Danny Worden, the top star here for the Broods, sending one through the middle. That one's a little off the mark. The Bonzers, as we said, a lot younger team. They will probably try to keep the pace up as you see them skate down the far side with some speed, bring it into the zone. In on net, shot sent in. First
Carson.
shot on net finds the back
Carson,
of the net.
wasn't it?
That was Carson.
Yeah, I could,
Mr. Scarperud getting the scoring started here for Bonzers. Extending his point total now to 21. He'll stay out here and take the face off. Both teams' top line staying out here. The referee gets that one put up on the board, so we'll watch that. Penalty box door is still open during the play here. Broods try to work this one through the middle, but a good job by Bonzers stealing that one away, forcing the Broods to regroup back in their own zone. So far, Bonzers doing a nice job here in the neutral zone, trapping it up a little bit, not allowing the Broods a clean break down into their own zone. We get an icing call. We'll reset back down in the Broods end here.
And this is running time. So really icing is the only break that they get, essentially.
There's a few rules if we come across them, like penalties will be 3 minutes long because of the running time.
Okay.
There's a few other rules too that will cross. Here we go. Here's Broods in all alone on net. Gets the goalie moving left to right, but couldn't quite get that one over the outstretched leg there of the Bonzers goaltender. They have control, trying to work this one out of the Broods end down the far side. Shot sent on. Glove saved there by, what was his name again? Who's the goaltender?
I missed that.
Yeah, it's in here somewhere. Either way.
Oh, is it accurate on this thing?
It might be.
Colby Ilseth?
Nope, that's not right.
Oh, Jake Summer?
Nope, Sumner's not here tonight.
Well, then we don't have his name.
Either way, back comes Bonzers down the near side. They bring this one into the Broods end. Spins away from one man, but stolen away by the Broods. Back they come. That's number 20, David Hovitz slows things down, sends it across the far side, but it comes out into the neutral zone. Bonzers picks it up, brings it into the Broods end. Shot sent on. That one well off net, rings all the way back down into the Bonzers end where they regain control.
Drew Lenway.
Lenway, there we go. Lenway in net for the
He
Broods.
normally plays for Mattress Factory.
Mattress 1928. That would be the commission's team. This one's sent down a little bit off the mark there, picked up by Zach Erickson. He hands it off to Scarperud, who slips around one man with some speed flying down this near side. Uses the defense and trying to slip through the legs, lost the puck, but gains it back. Just dancing around a few of the players here for the Broods as he sends one to the far corner. Trying to see, is that a 14 on the back of that jersey? I believe so. I don't know.
It is. Yeah, let's see here.
Nate Perrell, maybe?
That's seems like a accurate number. He has like Florida Gator freezers.
I believe that is,
His helmet says 14 also.
I believe that is Cheyenne Fargo. If I remember right. Here's Danny Worden for the Broods.
Yeah.
He feeds it to the far side, trying to see who that even is. That's number 10. That is Zach Miller. He's a new guy this week that they picked up. Broods definitely with a shorter bench. Roster-wise, the Bonzers have almost twice as many guys. Doesn't look like they're all here this evening, but Bonzers working it to the middle, trying to get through a few different Broods players. Here's Worden, sends it over to the far side. It's over to Nate Benke. Benke in the corner with it, sends it behind the net, trying to hit Worden. Worden tried to poke it back to Philpott. Couldn't quite get it all the way in. Now it's Philpott at the point. Shot sent on through traffic. Goaltender has to make a blocker save. So another thing we'll want to keep an eye on too. Any shot that hits the goaltender's mask is an automatic whistle.
Oh.
That'll lead to a shot sent on. Nice little passing play there between Scarperud and Connor Noreen. Find the back of the net. Give Bonzers a 2-0 lead here with just under 12 minutes to play in the first period.
A lot just happened.
Yeah, it goes quick. They're not slow. I mean, this isn't a normal C class.
I can't even call like a Bantam game anymore. This is a lot. I can't even do the squirt level kid anymore.
Yeah, here's Jake Lucer feeds one towards the net. That was Hovitt trying to get a poke at it. Picked up by Noreen, feeds it up the near side. Got that one up to Moriarty, but couldn't quite get that one out of the zone. It'll be Leducer on the far side, slowing things down, sends it to the middle, gets it to Hovitt. Shot sent on, right into the stomach of the Bonzers goaltender. He holds on. We'll get a face-off here in the Bonzers end.
You know, I'm curious. What is like the playtime that's taking place with the Bonzers team right now? Because the old players versus the young players' playtime. They're out for blood right now.
Yeah. Shot sent on tip there. Another opportunity. Big save there. I believe that is Colby Elseth in net, although he's wearing number 29, and it says he's 30. Could be Nick Jewison, though. I'm not sure. If I could find the commission.
This is a shit show knowing what is what. How do you do this?
Well, we make it up as we go. As we explained last weekend.
Yeah, you kind of come up with names.
Yeah, we just make things up as we go. And we really don't know anything about hockey. We just kind of spit things out our mouth.
Yes.
But,
yeah. And I actually, speaking of what things that I've learned watching things that you've talked about online on YouTube, is that like this is the team, right, that a couple weeks ago you first talked about how they slow things down to their pace and try and get teams to play to their level because they are so old.
Yep, Broods will not try to push the pace. They will try to control the pace of play, set things up the way they want to. They are definitely known, as we've seen in championship games a couple of years ago, being down late. They don't get scared. They don't panic. They'll find a way to get back into it. But this is a different Bonzers team than they're used to, a little more youthful, a little more spry. So
yeah,
Bonzers can keep up this pace. It'll play right into their hands as we tick down to about 9 minutes left here in the first period. Bonzers with a 2-0 lead over the Broods. Broods trying to find something to get going here as they move the puck around in their own zone, D to D here. That's Alec Lazur trying to feed it up to the far blue line, but taken away by Bonzers. Back comes in Scarperud, trying to make a move, get around the defenseman. Lost the handle on that one, but Bonzers keep control. They feed it out to the point. That's back to Zach Larson. He feeds it down low, trying to hit, Bryce Philpott. Shot in. Lenway makes the save, holds on, and we're going to face off.
You know, does Scarper play like club at UND?
I
I feel if you play like club,
don't think he does, no.
he is like a Dan. He should be like D1. Gosh.
I'm guessing if he did, he'd probably wear the green pads, but he's wearing all red for the Red River.
Oh, yeah, the Red River.
Rough Riders, but there's a shot sent onward, and with a second try, another big save there by the Bonzers goaltender. Keeps that puck out of the net. Alec Lazur feeds it out to the point. Shot sent in, but a flash of the leather keeps that one out of the back of the net. Quick little glove save. Now, what would you call that goaltender? His glove is on his right hand. Is he regular, or is he?
He's a lefty.
He's what they call
opposite.
What you call in the goalie world, full right.
A full righty, yes.
For some reason, it's full right and then regular.
Yes, because he catches with his right hand.
But then why is it not full left?
Because a baseball catcher, a regular-handed catcher, is a left-handed mitt.
But why is it called regular, not full left?
Because once upon a time, that is what.
There was no such thing as a person that caught with their right hand. Got it.
Yes, that is exactly what I was going to say.
Benke keeps that one in for the Broods, but Bonzers gathers it up. They chip this one forward, trying to hit Scarperud, who's behind the defense. Nice job of the Broods to get back there and swallow him up. Here's Philpott working off the sidewall. Feeds it out to the point. Shot sent on. That one whistles just wide. That was Grant Gardner sending a rocket shot. He has it again. Works it down the sidewall. Feeds it out to the top. Back to Scarperud. Scarperud to Philpott. Philpott back over to Gardner. Gardner trying to keep control of this, but it'll be the Broods who bring it out. That's Danny Worden down the near side. He's got somebody out front. Shot sent on. Push just past the goaltender in the back of the net. And just like that, the old guys get on the board and cut this lead down to 1.
Oh, there was a goal.
Yep. 6 minutes left, and we are 2-1. Bonzers leading the Broods, but the Broods getting on the board and cutting that lead in half.
Who scored the goal?
Not sure. That would have been number 20, which is David Hovitt. He's in on again, almost doubling up there on the same shift, but a nice save there by the Bonzers goaltender. This one's sent all the way down. This will be Ryan Kuntz with the puck. I think I called him Philpott. He sends it over to Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck up the wall, hits Benke. Benke lost control of it, but Benke gets it back. Lost control of it again here. Back comes Bonzers down the far side. Shots it on. Lenway with the save. That was number 10, Joe Cortan, one of the rookies here for the Bonzers. There's a stretch pass through the middle, but a little bit out of the reach for Benke.
And that's icing, folks.
That is icing, and we'll reset back down in the Broods end here.
The zone.
That'll be number 11, which is Zach Erickson taking a face-off for Bonzers. Broods win it back, though. Uncle Chuck Jacoby with it. Goes behind his net. Takes a look. He'll skate this one forward. Now keep an eye on the Broods here, as they've done it a few times now. They get if they win the face-off in the defensive zone, they automatically spring one of them wingers up to the far blue line looking for a stretch pass. Here's Chuck Jacoby out front. Shot sent on. Hovitt with his second goal of the night. Ties this game up at 2. So when you thought the old men were out of it already, they're right back in it.
You know, I feel like what just happened is Chuck brought it up. And then he passed it. And then he, splashed the goalie with ice right as the puck was coming into the slot. And the goalie was expected to save it, and he did.
Can you explain to me where the slot is?
The slot is, the center in between the two little circles where those little dash marks are in front of the goalie area. But, in the middle and not in the blue area.
Perfect. I'll take that.
And it goes all the way up, like almost to the blue line. So it would be like low slot.
Okay, there you go.
I almost said high, but I got it.
Yep, nailed it. There's a chance for Bonzers to get through the defense. Couldn't quite get the shot off. Finally stuff it.
Nice defense.
Are you cheering for one team? We're
I don't
supposed to stay
know.
unbiased here.
Are we? Oh.
Look at the Broods
Wow,
going down 2
they are.
now.
See,
storming back and leading this game 3-2.
Who is that guy in the maroon gloves?
Trying to figure out what his number is. Once you see it, let me know. We'll figure out.
Hey, buddy, can you turn around?
Who we will give that tally to. I also don't remember who the second goal for the Bonzers was, but
Are
either
you
way,
like an official scorekeeper?
I try to keep track of who's scoring goals here, but here's.
But you don't you haven't been 26.
26.
I got it.
That is
Alec Lazure.
Lazure. Now it's okay if you choose a team. Jory always goes with the underdog, which is typically the older team. But here's Scarproot for Bonzers. Shot sent on. Lenway with the glove save. We'll get a face-off here on the far side of the Broods' end as the clock ticks down, getting about 2.5 minutes to play here, first period.
It's hard. I feel very torn.
Yep.
I would like to maybe do like a pros and cons list during the first intermission. How long is first intermission?
About 3 minutes.
Oh. Okay. I'll make notes between now and then.
So Worden, the leader of the Broods, versus Scarproot, the leader of Bonzers, facing off. Shot right in the glove, so they'll face off again here.
Oh, this Danny Worden.
Yep.
That number 11?
Yep.
The middle guy
Mm-hmm.
with the green gloves?
Center. Yep.
That beard.
Yep. He's a 9-time Icky Beard Award winner as we went through.
That's the guy
Yep.
from the beginning. Okay.
Yep.
It's coming full circle now. Thank you.
He's very noticeable out there. This one skated forward. That's Leducer, Ryan Leducer, trying to make some moves to get in on net, but lost the handle. Gathered back up, picked off here by the Broods. They try to feed to the middle, now to the short side. That was Zach Miller who had an attempt. Shot sent on right into the glove, though. That was Ryan Leducer, took the shot. Goaltender for the Bonzers, keeping that one on the net. Either Elseth or Jewison, not sure who it is yet.
Okay, so you know this, obviously, other people out listening. I don't have a good memory, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I am wondering, this Leducer name
Leducer, yes.
does sound familiar.
Yep.
Could you tell me who that is?
Ryan and Jake out there. I'm not 100% knowledgeable on their, lives.
Oh, okay.
I know one of them used to work for UND. I think he was a travel coordinator for UND hockey.
Could I get the abbreviated version?
I believe the other one was an assistant coach for Red River. And then I'm not sure if this is correct at all, but they both may have played. One of them or both of them may have played for UND hockey. Not 100% sure on that. I might be making shit up as I go, but either way, very well-known name here in Grand Forks in the hockey world.
There's no connection that I would know. No. We can talk about it at home, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know how you would know them, but anyway.
Okay, all right.
That is the end of the first period. So the Broods, 3-2 after one. After they went down 2-0 to this Bonzers team who looked like they had complete control of the first half of this period. But the Broods, slowing things down, playing their smart old man hockey, find the back of the net 3 unanswered times to take the lead to end period 1. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, do you want to say your thoughts first, or
No, go ahead.
do I go? Okay,
I would love to hear 'em.
Okay. Whew. So right now the Broods are winning
Yep.
3-2, and that's the old guys.
Mhm.
You know, I just don't know who I want to win.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You don't
okay.
need to hope anyone wins. We're just here to have a good time.
Okay, and I am. This is a great time. It's been a real great great game so far. I would say that um, the numbers are hard, and I don't know how you can call it so fast, first of all.
You got to look down real fast.
Okay,
If
yeah.
I was a professional,
Second
I
of
would
all,
learn them.
as far as the playing goes, they are slowing it down still. I do think that it is frustrating for the yellow guys, but the yellow guys seem to be moving through the slowness.
Mhm.
But could you just say more real quick before they start again?
Yeah, I don't know. Bonzers was doing a great job right away in the period of kind of trapping that neutral zone, not allowing the Broods to come through very smoothly as they wanted to. But Broods, being the crafty veterans that they are, adapted, found a way to make stretch passes through the neutral zone and forcing Bonzers to not be able to play the style that they wanted. Slowing the game down, which Bonzers don't seem to want to do, but they might have to adapt to that because these crafty old veterans are going to kind of force them to do that. So it'll be an interesting end to this game, seeing who strategy will work out the best.
You know what I haven't seen yet and you see it a lot with older teams, is like crazy pass.
Yeah, so you'll see that a little bit out of the Broods when, if they get this game slowed down the way they want it to play, they will start getting into some pretty nifty passing.
Mm-hmm.
But they will need to get to the point where they get in the offensive zone and really set things up the way they want to. As you might see here, as Uncle Chuck brings this one down, he just elects to fire one on net, but smart shot. As you notice there, he sent it to the far side of the goaltender, which forced the goaltender to make a rebound or give up a rebound, which came loose to his teammate on the far side. See, if he had shot that short side, then it may come back to Chuck or a turnover to Bonzers. But
right.
Smart shot there, forcing the rebound to go to the far side. As Bonzers brings this one in, they get a shot off that goes just wide. Player coming off the bench, I believe that is 19, Bryce Philpott. He feeds one out front, trying to get that one to Jacob. I can never figure out how to say that. Jerzewski?
Which one?
The first one, number 3 for the Bonzers. Jerzewski? Jerezki? I don't
just stop saying things so I can think about it.
Puck out of play there. We'll get a face-off here.
Jerzeski.
Jerzeski?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that.
It is. Jerzeski.
All right. That top line out there again for Bonzers. Scarperud and his line mates. Be Beaupre and it'll be Philpott. But Broods bringing this one down, trying to get through the defenseman. Obviously, if this was a full-on hockey game, you probably would have put a little hip check into him, sent him into the boards, but that's against the rules here in the Forks Hockey League.
You know, I have a little concern. There were a lot more plaid jerseys during warm-ups than there are right now.
Maybe it was because they're skating around. There's another one waiting to come on, but he's not wearing the plaid.
No, I know. There's only 2 plaid jerseys right now total in this arena area.
If you count the goalie, there's 3.
No, he wasn't in my original comments, and he just got scored on.
Yep. Unfortunate bounce for him. It went off I believe it was his defenseman's stick or maybe even skate. Kind of twisted him up a little bit. And the Broods will take a 4-2 lead here. About 13 and a half minutes to play in the second period.
It appears Grant Gardner maybe just showed up.
Grant Gardner, I believe he was here. He might have went off for a little bit.
Oh.
Although they may, what number is he, 21?
Yeah.
Well, there's a 21 out there wearing the green. That might not be Grant then. I'm not sure.
Oh, there's also a Connor Noreen.
Okay, so one of those 2, one of the 21s. There's an opportunity there for Philpott. He sent one behind Lenway, but it couldn't quite find the back of the net. Scarperud here, just a buzzsaw in the slot. Steals that one away. Philpott with a second opportunity. Couldn't bury that one. Scarperud sends it back over to Philpott. Philpott out of the corner, slipping away from one player, but poked away here by Leducer. He'll skate this one out. This one picked up by Zach Miller. He skates it forward, brings it in the zone, slows things down. Bonzers doing a nice job there of forcing that puck out. This one pushed down into Broods end. That'll be Lazur, rings it around to the near side. Here's Worden, and in alone, has an opportunity, sends it back in. I believe that may have rang the iron, but stayed out of the back of the net. Bonzers gets control behind their own net, but Broods trying to pin him in here. A little bit of a trip there, no call. This one sent forward. Here's Scarperode. He has an opportunity. Uncle Chuck, the lone defenseman, back. Nice job defending there. Poked that one away, but Scarperode still has a puck. Tries to feed it out front, but Kuntz pokes it away. Kuntz behind the net. Scarperode stole it away. Tried to stuff it. Another wraparound attempt. Turns, fires that one up and over the net. Comes bouncing out to the point. The Bonzers keeps it in. They are buzzing right now. Controlling the puck in the zone. Defended nicely there by, I believe that's Hovet maybe. Trying to sneak that one out for the Broods. Bonzers gets it right back though. They feed it back up to their superstar, Carson Scarperode, but he elects to get off. So easy breakout for Danny Worden and the Broods. Worden down the right side, working it towards the net. Sends one off the pipe, off the back of the goaltender. But somehow it stayed out of the back of the net, and we'll get a face-off down here in the Bonzers end. About 11:15 to go, second period. 4-2 lead for Broods. They were down 2-0 at one point in this game. You had brought up that this may be the first time Bonzers takes down the Broods, but now they trail by 2 goals.
Yeah, but you know, there's something fishy going on because there are more Bonzer players with colored fancy breezers and non-checkered jerseys. And I'm just curious what is going on in their locker room right now and where all of these extra people are coming from.
I don't know, but here we go. If you look at their roster, they have quite a few, so maybe they're just switching them in shift by shift. I don't know, maybe they had a catered dinner in the locker room. They're just going back in to get a little extra to eat. I don't know.
Could they bring us a plate?
I'll run down there and check it out. I'll take care of business up here.
I'll go check the locker room out.
Nothing like eating a nice meal with the smell of boys' hockey sweat.
Oh, gosh. That is a reminder from high school I don't want to remember.
Banky gets it poke checked away from him. Here's a stretch pass across the zone. Comes over to Hovet. Hovet down the left side. Tries to get around the defenseman. Does. Gets a shot off. Finds the back of the net. And I believe that is the hat trick goal here for David Hovet.
Yeah, I was just going to, I was just thinking that fellow had done a few of those. That was really pretty too.
He scored the first 2 for the Broods and now scores the 5th one to give them a 3-goal lead. Bonzers changes up the line here. They win the face-off back. They need to make a change here. They don't want to go down too much because the Broods will shut it down defensively. This one sent around, comes up to the point. They send one back towards the net. There's a play that you don't want to make. You can't make mistakes like that because the Broods are always going to have somebody up high. So if you make that mistake, they're going to have someone break that puck out quickly too as we get a quick icing there, and we'll get a face-off back down.
Are they a cherry-picking team?
They will. They're smart.
Like
they're
Grafton?
opportunistic is what I would call them.
Yeah. Like those smaller town teams that we talked about?
Sure.
You plead the 5th.
Here's Bonzers. Sends it over to the near side, but picked off. So to the middle, that was Alec Lazur, who whiffed on the pass just a little bit, had that one stolen away. Bonzers with a little trouble with the puck behind their own net, but they stay with it. They'll feed it through the middle.
Ooh.
I believe this is Beaupre down the middle. He likes to shoot, sends a shot on Lenway, kicks a big rebound out, leads to his team breaking this one out quickly, and they bring it into the Bonzers end on the far side. Send around to the near side. It'll be Leducer on the sidewall. He takes a look, sends it to the middle, hits Zach Miller. Miller feeds it to the far side. Broods escape this one in. They dump it off. It'll be Jake Leducer with the puck now. Leducer works it up top. Decides to ring it around to the far side. Here's that. Slow it down. Move the puck around.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, you're right. Oh, look, there it was.
Smart passing. Once Bonzer starts to chase, then they dump it off.
Look at it. It's tap. Oh,
Leducer
no.
trying to find Miller on the back door, but couldn't quite get the pass. Leducer steals it away, though. trying to get around the defense. Works it towards the net, still with it, goes behind the net.
Yep, here it's starting again.
Feeds it to the sidewall. That is Derek Kuntz. Kuntz lost the handle on it. Here's a stretch pass. Scarper trying to get behind the defense. Ryan Leducer coming back, gets a stick on it, shoots that one up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle.
That shift when it happens, it's crazy to see.
Yeah.
And aren't you proud of me that I can see it?
Yeah.
Like, don't you love me just a little bit more right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
7 minutes to go here, second period. But Broods with a 5-2 lead over Bonzers.
I know
Brood
you
and
do.
his group out there, but they lose a face-off, and quickly, just like that, Broods break this one out. Here's the hat trick guy himself. Couldn't quite get that one in the back of the net, and Bonzers brings it right back. Scarperud down the right side, sent to the middle.
That would have been pretty
Good defending there, I believe. That was Ryan Kuntz. Here's an opportunity. Shots it on. Goaltender makes the save.
He tried changing it up on him.
He did. That goaltender thought
That
he was
Brady Johns guy.
shooting high and hard. Ended up going slow and in the 5-hole, but was able to get the leg down. Kuntz, or not Kuntz, hold it with a little issue there. Comes over to Uncle Chuck. He skates it through the middle. Big hit there. Down goes Jacoby. He's going to take a minute to.
Oh, he's bleeding.
Oh, he is bleeding.
Aw, this guys, boys. What's that
Scarperud
one?
with an opportunity there. Pushes it just wide. We'll keep an eye
Oh,
on Jacoby as he gets maybe some quick stitches. Here's Hobbit. Stretch pass, gets it up to Worden. Goes off his skate. Worden trying to send it out front, wide open. Banky, goaltender, dives for it. Kind of through the sight line for Banky off a little bit. Here comes Scarperud right back. Sends it to the middle, but that's off the mark. Picked up by Banky. Banky turns it back. 3-on-2. Worden and Miller with him. Worden in the middle. Banky cuts the middle, hands it off to Worden. Worden cuts it to the middle, sends it back to Miller. Nifty little passing move there by the Broods. They bury one in the back of the net. Make this a 6-2 hockey game. That's where that crafty
Do you think
old
the
guy
beard
hockey.
makes him like more aerodynamic too?
Yeah.
Or more?
He's got great vision, can see the ice well.
He's okay.
This one's sent to the far side. So 6-2 lead now for the Broods. There, they smell blood in the water as Miller turns it right back in. Feeds one to the middle. Trying to get it to Jake Leducer. That went off of his skate. Picked up by Scarperud. They skate this one forward. Slips around.
That seems like offsides.
That is offsides, and we get a whistle to signify the offside.
Yeah, and I forgot that I'm like doing this, and I don't have to tell the ref how to do his job. And you know what? As a spectator, I do not recommend that. I spend a lot of time watching hockey games, and they're just trying to do their job the best that they can while passing on the great sport of hockey.
About 4 minutes to go here, second period. 6-2 lead for the Broods as Bonzers sends one high up and over the big netting there above the glass. That one's out of play. We'll have to get a fresh puck here.
Oh, we got a different
Another Bonzers player
Bonzer
joining us. What
jersey.
number do we got here? 8?
Another complete different jersey, might I add?
Yeah, I don't know if that is Bet Tellman. He was crossed out as if he wasn't going to be here, but maybe he is now.
Oh, and yeah.
Bet Tellman we featured in our preview as well. He has tied his career high already on this young season. He's looking to break his Squirt B record with 8 points. There's a nice play by Scarperud.
Nice save.
The goaltender keeps that one out. That was what number is he? Those plaid jerseys, the jerseys.
Which one? We got 12 and 13.
Yeah, 13. That was Ryan Moriarty.
Wow, that's
Had an opportunity there, but couldn't quite get past Lenway.
that was a nice save.
It was. Lucky. No.
I think he was maybe a little deep to start with.
Moriarty was able to get a little air on that. Lenway was laid out.
would have been different.
A little bit, but back comes Bonzers. Shot sent on. That one goes off the side of the net. They regain control. Still not sure if that's Gardner or what was the other 21?
Laureen.
This one's dropped back in, but bad pass there, stolen away by the Broods as they just kind of play keep away here for a minute. Reducer feeds it through the middle. That went off a skate and stolen away here. Bonzers will bring this one in right down Main Street. Shot sent on, gets tipped partially. It looks like it got gloved and held on to there by Lenway, so we're going to face off in the Broods end. Under 2 minutes to play here, second period. Now there won't be a Zamboni as you're used to with the youth games. We will just keep playing.
Darn it.
We'll get a short little break, so we'll have to hear your thoughts on.
I will be ready for my thoughts this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Perfect. Worden sends this one around to the near side. Bonzers steal it back, though. They're going to send it through the middle here. That's either Noreen or Gardner. One of the two. One of the 21s.
Well, there's an 8 on the front of that one jersey.
Yeah, that doesn't do me any good. It could be Tellman. I don't know.
Well, Tellman was a Red River one.
Tellman's the one that just showed up wearing number 8, I think. This one comes over to Miller for the Broods. Philpott steals it away. He feeds it to the middle to Noreen Gardner. We're just going to hyphenate it like he's a doctor.
Or married.
that works too. Picked up here by the Broods. They're going to work this one through the middle, down the near side. This is Hovet. He's got a hat trick already here this evening.
What was the point of that?
Just throwing it to space. Didn't have any options. Instead of just giving it away there, he threw it to space as far away from his goaltender as he possibly could.
But why wouldn't he want to play with his buddies?
Because there's nobody open. There's a shot sent on, saved by Lenway. Noreen Gardner trying to get a grab on this one. He sends it behind the net. Philpott gets it on his stick. He sends it backhand on, but that's right into the chest of Lenway. He holds on. We're going to face up, and that'll pretty much do it here for the second period. So 2 periods in the books. 6-2 lead for the Broods. They went down 2-0. They have scored 6 unanswered. The lead by 4 here headed to the third. Thoughts?
All right. I do have thoughts. First of all, I do worry. I think Lenway is getting a little tired.
The goaltender for the Broods.
Yes.
Okay.
I do think he's getting a little tired. That's this guy out here, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I think he's getting tired because as this period was nearing an end, he was not up and down. When the period began in the beginning of the game, he was a lot more spry.
Gotcha.
I also want to comment, and I know we've talked about Uncle Chuck quite a bit. I want to comment how I didn't see what happened. I don't know what happened. But regardless, whenever blood happens, something happened. So I want to commend his actions after that took place. He simply got up off the ice, realized, oh no, I'm bleeding, got off the ice, and went and took care of his blood. It could have went a number of different ways, and I want to personally thank him because I have a son here with us tonight watching this hockey game who also happens to be on Chuck's hockey team. So that I appreciate and I commend him for. So back to hockey.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate just mishap. It wasn't nefarious or anything. Wasn't trying to hit them. They both just chose to go the wrong way, or one of them chose to go the wrong way, and they ran into each other. Got a little twisted up. I think Chuck, the only thing he's probably worried about is what is my face going to look like at my work tomorrow. I'm sure it's probably not going to be great that he has a big gash in his face. Hopefully it's just a bloody nose and not like a
I think it looked like a forehead.
Cut.
Yeah, it looked like a forehead.
Well, maybe you can tuck the hair down and cover it up a little bit. He's got a good head of hair.
That's true. I'm just wondering if I'm hoping he'll come back out, keep the story alive of hockey players, you know?
A couple big saves there for the goaltender from Bonzers. They'll skate this one out, but most of the players going for a change. So 1-on-3 here, shots in on. Lenway kicks that one into the corner, but just to go back to Lenway here, hopefully he's not feeling too tired as he is a rent-a-goalie from the Mattress 19-20 team. And unfortunately for him, he plays again at 9 o'clock tonight. So he's got another hour of this to look forward to. He'll get a half-hour break, get some fluids in him, but
jeez.
ooh, a little trip up behind the net there
doesn't
by
even have
Bonzers
time to take his pads off.
No. No, a few of these goaltenders, as we went over in the first week or two, some of them will end up playing 3 games a night, which I was making fun of my own son who's a goaltender that night when he can barely make it through a 1-hour practice. And you got a guy that's out here possibly in his mid to late 40s playing
age?
3 hours.
Yeah.
There's Scarper. It feeds it to the middle to Noreen Gardner. Or was it Gardner-Noreen? I don't remember. Either way, we play on. He gets a backhand up. Big save there by Lenway. Picked up by Ryan the Deucer behind the net. He stretched past trying to find Hovit.
On net.
Hovit would have went in for his 4th goal. He sends one on. Big glove save there from.
Windmill action.
We're going to have to hyphenate Elseth Jewison, too. We don't know who he is.
Ooh, Chucky Boy's walking around to the bench.
Oh, he went and got undressed, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we'll have to monitor that, see what Commish says.
He just went hat backwards.
We may have to get some stitches then, so we'll see what comes out in the Commish's corner on the Forks Hockey League website about that. I'm not sure if there is an injury report on the. Here's Scarper, though, that's jumping back into the game. He comes flying in, trying to beat Lenway. Lenway with a huge glove save there. Keeps that one out of the net. This one comes over to Jake Leducer. Leducer to the middle to Worden. Worden thought about sending it, smartly keeps it, skates it in, brings it in the zone, keeps possession. Possession is the name of the game. Hands it off to Benke. Benke tried to feed it to the middle, but Leducer steals this one away, sends a shot off that one. Kind of a knuckle puck as it was rolling on him a little bit. Here's Noreen Gardner, sends it, stretch pass over to Scarperud. Scarperud gets behind the defense, sends a shot on. Lenway without a stick, but Broods gathered up and back they come. Up to Benke, down the right side. Brings it to the middle, had it knocked off of his stick. He'll get it back, though. He feeds it into the corner. Gets that one down to Derek Kuntz. Bonzer sends it up the wall. That one's over to Beaupre. He sends it back to Scarperud. Scarperud brings it into the zone. Slowing things down, spins away from one. Feeds it to the middle. That went off of Worden, but Bonzers keeps control. Scarperud off the wall, sends it out to the point. Shot sent on. That's Jacob. How do we decide? Jerzewski?
No, stop saying
Jerzeski? Jerzeski.
Jerzeski.
Okay. Gotcha. But clock continues to tick down. About 12 and a half minutes to play here. Third period, Bonzers trailing by 4. They were hoping to get their first ever victory over the Broods. It's not looking good now. Jerzeski sends one on wide. Beaupre grabs it, but couldn't quite get it past Miller, but nicely stolen away there by Philpott. Keeps possession for Bonzers. They send it over to the far side. Can't tell who that is. Shots in on. Some players in front, though, but picked up by Miller. Down the right side. Slows things down. Sends it off a skate. That goes in on net. Goaltender elects to just hold on to that one. And we'll get a face-off. Got your phone on you?
I sure do.
You want to text Chuck and see if we can get a special report on what is going on?
I will.
Let's see if we can't get an injury report directly from the source himself. Uncle Chuck is Bonzers brings this one back. Philpott brings it in. Has Bet Tillman headed to the net. Tillman trying to poke this one in. Another try. Another big save by Lenway. Coming up big in the absence of Jake Subner. Lenway playing big in net here as this one's stolen away by the Broods. Slowing things down, waiting for Leducer to join in the play. Leducer trying to stretch it over to Ryan. This one will come back out in the neutral zone. Leducer with it. Gives it to Jake. Jake back to Ryan. Ryan in the corner. Back to Jake. Jake in the slot. Shots in on. Whistles just wide. Drzeski feeds it to the middle to Tellman. Not sure if that's Tellman, but we're calling him Tellman. Tellman down the side, slows things up a little bit. Hands it off. That's back to Zach Erickson. Erickson rings it around. Swallowed up there. Who was 14 again? That was Nate Payero.
Yeah, Florida Gator guy.
Gotcha. There's Banky down the far side. Drops it off. Dirk Kuntz slowing things down, sends it to the middle. That one goes underneath the pad of the goaltender. He holds on. And we're going to face off down here in the Bonzers end with about 10 minutes to play, third period.
Do they keep shot counts?
I don't believe so.
Oh.
No. But if you go on Forks Hockey website, you can pretty much look up every other stat.
Except for the goalie stats. That's cool.
Yeah, doesn't keep the goalie stuff much, but he does have penalties, goal for, all that fun stuff. Pretty fun website. Spend some time looking through, especially the history. Here's Worden. He sends it down low. Stuff attempt there.
Aren't there like years and years on there?
Yeah, he's got every year since the inception. We are in our 10th year, celebrating 10 years. Commish Jared Erickson and Uncle Chuck Jacoby, the co-commissioners, creators of this 10-team league. This one brought back. That's Joe Cortan, one of the rookies of the year at the moment. Kept in. That's Pele.
Billy.
Yeah. The backside to Noreen Gardner. Out to the point. Shot sent on through traffic. Tip attempt. That was Cortan. Feeds it back out to Noreen Gardner. That comes all the way through to Peril.
Oh.
Stuff attempt there. Somehow Langway got the pad over. Another try. This one taken away by Miller. He tried to slip past Scarperud, but Scarperud stole that one away onto the stick of Noreen Gardner through traffic. Right into the glove of Lenway. And we're going to face off. Well, pace picking up here a little bit. Broods want to slow things down.
They can't.
Bonzers are pushing it.
Yeah.
But Broods doing a nice job in the defensive zone, not allowing too many big scoring chances. This one's one back. It'll be controlled by Lazur. He feeds it up the wall, trying to get that one up to Brady Joes. Here's Leducer down the far side. Ryan with some speed. Cuts it to the middle. Tried to chip it up and over the goaltender's shoulder, but it went up and over the net. But it's right back onto Hovit's stick. Hovit feeds it out front. And they find the back of the net. Shot sent on. Went just wide by Brady Joes, but a lively bounce off the backboard. And Zach Miller's able to shoot one into the empty net and extend this lead to 5. So a 7-2 lead here in the third period for the Broods. Bonzers looking a little dejected here. Not sure if that's a word. I may have just made it up. I believe it is.
Dejected?
Yeah.
Dejected.
I believe that's the real word.
I think you just combined words.
No, I believe dejected. Dejected? I don't know.
think you just combined ejected and rejected and added a D.
Well, you can be injected, so you can be dejected. Right? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. Anyways, Chuck,
We got an update?
we do have an update.
Okay.
So
The mic is yours.
he is in fact injured. It is not that.
Hold on. Is he hurt or is he injured?
What's the difference?
If you're hurt, you can still. No, how's that go? If you're hurt, you can still play. If you're injured, you can't play.
Well, he clearly can't play. He got off the ice and put his clothes on.
All right. What do we got? Continue.
Whatever the option is that he can't play and he's going to get stitches on his eyebrow.
Oh, she's getting stitches. Okay.
It's not that wide. Oh. It's not that wide, but it's long and right above my eyebrow.
Little stitch and a little makeup in the morning. He'll be fine for work.
He just wants it. Yeah.
You're telling me a Wednesday night in mid-December is not important enough to play through.
I don't. I think that maybe he could have just put a little Band-Aid on it.
Big save there by Lenway, flashing the leather, keeping that one on the net. Either way, we send our well wishes to Chuck and
Like
his
I
journey
said,
to the hospital to get some stitches. I'm sure that's what his wife is going to want to see. When he gets home tonight.
Yeah, I again am just commending him on his mature decisions because I've seen him heated as a coach even on the bench. So I think I've seen him get like a like one of those penalties.
Opportunity here for Bonzers. Scarper buzzing, trying to get a shot off
nice
here.
poke.
Either way, hopefully the Jacobys have already taken their Christmas photo, sent out their Christmas cards. I'm sure his wife would love it if he had some stitches above his eyebrow in the Christmas photo.
You know, I think that's maybe why he's shooting for the glue because it's less noticeable.
Banky
Oh,
buries one, 8-2. 6-goal lead here for the Broods with just over 4 minutes to play.
And that Betke, is that like
Our kids coach from last year?
Yep. Okay. Got it.
Kale's dad.
4 minutes left in the game, and I just got that memo. Great.
One back by Bonzers. They send one through the middle. This one off the mark, though. Picked up by Kuntz. He sends one up the wall, but stolen away by Scarperud. Scarperud keeps it in the zone. Looks for an option. Sends it down low. Stolen away by Worden stretch pass. Finds Hovitt. Hovitt shot sent on, whistles just wide. Picked up by Perrell. Perrell. I don't know. The Scarperud. Scarperud dishes off. I believe that is, we call him a bunch tonight, Bryce Philpott. He sends it up to Perrell. Back to Scarperud. Scarperud works it to the middle. Slippery, nifty little hands. Trying to get a shot off. Lenway outstretched. Not sure what happened here.
A high stick.
Looks like a penalty maybe on Lenway. Scarperud not looking happy about that. Lenway putting his hands up like, what was I supposed to do? It looks like it'll be Ryan Kuntz serving the penalty. For his goaltender, shots in on bouncing puck right in front of the blue paint, but the Broods are able to clear it out, and as it'll be a power play here for Bonzers for the rest of this game. There's Philpott, brings it in, cuts through the middle. Stolen away from him. Worden turns it back, brings it through the neutral zone, working on the defenseman. Lifts it up, tried to bounce it through their legs, but unsuccessful. Bonzers send it to the far side. Dropped off, stolen away by Hovitt. Hovitt sends one to the near side, just clears the zone. Smart play there, they're not icing it, just getting it out. Bonzers brings this one forward, but stolen away right away. Worden trying to poke this one forward, does get it down to the Bonzers end. He likes to go for a change as we're down to less than 2 minutes to play here. Hovitt turns, fires. That one a little bit too hard.
I feel like both teams are at a point where they just want the game to be over.
I was under the assumption that you couldn't ice it on the penalty kill even for this league. I know you can't in youth, but you can in high school and college and pro. But apparently you can, so.
I think maybe the refs want the game to be over too.
Well, I think everybody does, but.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Especially Bonzers. Lenway just coming up big here for the Broods.
Lenway could play all night. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't think he's looking tired.
No, he's nah.
He might be on a second win. Maybe he's going to have to find a third and a fourth for the next game.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
This one sent over to Banky. Banky elects to send it back. Whiffed on that one a little bit. Stolen away by Philpott. Philpott trying to get around Leducer. Leducer, one of the premier defensemen here in the Forks Hockey League, as you see him there, defending that nicely. He's Sends one all the way up to the far blue line to Derek Kuntz. Kuntz slowing things down, sends one off of Banky's stick. Banky finds the deucer in the middle. The deucer shot on, goes off the goaltender's mask. So there is one of them weird rules we have here in Forks Hockey League. Anytime it goes off a goalie's mask, it did go out of play as well. But if it had not gone out of play, it still would have been a whistle.
What?
Anytime.
Just to make sure they're okay, or
Yeah, so they don't lose. Forks Hockey League is all about safety, so just in case he
it's a good liability and a
lost
good.
a strap or anything like that, it allows him time to fix that
You
up.
know, I shouldn't think liability. I should think like safety. I'm terrible. I shouldn't think that.
Either way, that's the end of the game. 8-2 victory for the Broods. They keep their winning streak against Bonzers, increase it to 10-0. Bonzers, unfortunately, getting out to that 2-goal lead, but could not slow down or stop this Broods team as they make it 8-2 and win this game once again. So, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are I didn't really hear what you said because I had one of our kids coming up to me and trying to talk to me, so I didn't actually hear what you actually said.
Either way,
was a
whatever
good
your
game.
final thoughts are, I don't have them.
You don't have them? Okay.
I have thoughts of my own, but I don't have your thoughts.
I thought overall it was a good game. Even though the score was that wouldn't reflect a good game. I think that each teams had positives and negatives. I do love that magical moment when the Broods can slow the game down and do that magic passing thing that I mentioned. And yeah, overall it was fun to be here with you tonight.
Yeah, big game from Drew Lenway coming up big for the Broods in relief of Jake Sumner.
Yeah.
Saw some pretty amazing saves.
Yeah. It'd be fun for Dom to watch.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Either way, I believe for sure we're off next week, and I think we get back at it. Actually, we might have a 2-week off because it just the way Christmas and New Year's landed. Guessing we're not playing on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. So, if you're wondering, you can always subscribe to the channel to see when the upcoming broadcast is. That's one option. Other option is find forkshockeyleague.com. That is the website for the league. Or find Forks Hockey League on Facebook. We also do post upcoming games on there as well. We will not see you for 2 weeks. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. That is it for us this evening. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, guys. Have a great evening.
We'll see you next time.